Welcome to another What's in the Box video.
It's you and
Today I am reviewing a projector from a company called Vamvo, and I already reviewed the smaller version of this projector, the one that runs on battery. I'll put the link in the description and maybe a card up there. Now it's a 720p projector, so it's a budget range. In the UK, it's listed for about £129 on Amazon. There's always a voucher or discount code to bring it down a little bit, so it's going to cost you around £100, the US dollar term, so it's about $120. So I'm going to open the box and show you what is inside. On the outside, it shows you what it looks like, the projector, and on the side there is a little specification here. And this one is a 720p, but it does upscale to the 1080p, so even if you have 1080p video, this one can project it onto the screen. This one comes with a carrying case, so I guess you can actually carry it around to your friend's house, maybe share a video or play games on a big screen. We talk about like 720p resolution. If you want a 4K projector, I do recommend the E projector, and it's a short throw, so you don't need to set it up very far from the wall, but you're looking at about £1,000 onwards, sometimes two grand. Vamvo make a lot of projector like this, which is really affordable, and it comes with rubber feet, a nice big lens in the front with a focusing ring in the front. Immediately I can find that the control is really smooth, and sometimes, like the cheaper projector that I have reviewed before, the focusing ring is like you set it to the right focus, but because it's so badly made, when you let go, it actually moves. And it's really frustrating just to try to narrow it down to the fine point, but this one seems really smooth. It's a bit like my DSLR Canon lens. Anyway, so a bit more to that later. Now I realized just now when I changed the focus, it actually popped the lens out. So the lens is actually going into the recess where the lens and the barrel is. And obviously when it's focusing out, the lens is actually inside. But when you actually turn the focus to the other side, it actually pushed the lens out. So nothing wrong with the design, but just something that you need to be aware of. On the side of the machine, there's loads of control button here. The standard power on button, and you got other function like menu, step out button here. On the back is where the power inlet is. So you got a VGA cable connection, HDMI, 2 USB, a headphone jack out, and a AV, I think that's the AV in, which is like a 3.5mm jack. Okay, and there is also a speaker at the rear of the projector. So inside the bag, you got the warranty card, share your experience and get a free price card, and also the user menu. User menu can have English, Dutch, French, Italian and Spanish, so we cover most of the European market. Now in terms of image size, this one claims to be able to do from 44 inch to almost 200 inch screen. Now at this price range, the projector, you usually get the best quality at around 50 inch to 60 inch. I'm going to show you guys that in a minute. And that obviously depends on the ambient light as well. The darker the condition, usually the better the image quality. It comes with a 3-pin plug for the UK standard socket. It comes with a AV cable. So this side is the 3.5mm AV plug-in, and it's a standard HDMI cable, so it's the standard head, not the mini. Remote control, it is quite useful because I find most of the time once you set up the projector, you don't want to start messing around with, you can see already wobbling, you wouldn't want to use the control on the thing machine, because every time you press something it shakes, and then because it's a projection of an image from the lens to the screen, even a very slight movement will make a big movement on the screen. So I have dimmed the light in my studio, and I have plugged in the machine, and it's now projecting onto my projector screen at the other end of the room. What I did is I connected to the main power, so this is now power on, and I also plugged in one of my USB drive into this. Now this is basically an internal hard drive for a laptop, but it's a solid state one, which I hold all my videos, and it's actually powering off the USB socket. So this is one good way to have a lot more storage than your normal USB stick. The fan is running right here, so I don't know if you can hear the humming. and that's the projector screen. So in a minute I'm going to turn off the light a bit more because I still got very bright over this side of the room so I can see what I'm doing. But as soon as I switch off the lights, then you should see it better. The menu is very responsive, so it's quite fast. You get your usual menu here, so you got movie, music, photo and text. I already did a few settings, so I have made sure that it's in focus, and I also changed the keystone setting, so it's a kind of like a square. So let's go to C drive. So in here is all the video that I have stored. Now, just for consistency, so my previous video, I do use the Greatest Showman as a video test video. And so far the video is pretty sharp, and although it's only 720, it does look really good compared to the two other video projector I have tested. 120. This is not the full screen, but it's close, so it's really good. At 96 inches for a 720p projector away from the screen. Now my screen is 120 inches big. At the moment I measured it just now is 96 inches diagonally across, so it's not using the full screen. And I find that this is kind of the optimum level for this projector. So here is the projector on the table. Sorry, a bit too dark because I do dim all the lights, so we'll give you the best cinema experience. It's not totally dark, but it's dark enough for this to work the best. So here is the screen. And you can see the camera is showing is really bright. I always test the projector with the same video, same quality video, so hopefully you guys can see what the money you can buy for £100. Now if you come up close, if I can do a macro shot of this screen, so you won't see the pixel until you are about like maybe 2 feet away from the screen. That's where you can actually see the pixel dot. I don't think anyone will be standing this close, because even if you want to, you'll be watching your own shadow. Now I'm going to sit the camera away from the projector about 8 feet as well, so about the same distance, maybe a bit further back than the projector, because that's how usually people will watch the video. Okay, now the camera is exactly the same distance as the projector, which is about 8 or 10 feet away from the screen. So this is the usual viewing angle that I would use, or most people will use. So you get your comfortable chair, comfy chair out, and you sit down and enjoy the movie. So at the moment it's on pause, so I'm not sure if you can hear the noise of the fan. I'm going to keep quiet for a few seconds. Okay, so that's the fan noise, but I am going to press play now and let you enjoy a bit of my favorite movie.
Let it stay this way, can't let this moment end. You set off a dream in me, getting louder now. Can you hear it?
So thank you very much for watching my video. So the short demonstration of the Vamvo L4200 model, you can get it on Amazon for about £100 or 120 without discount. I'm a bit biased because what it means is when it tilts this thing up, when you get the right angle, it kind of like to tilt to one side. Now if your table is not perfectly straight, if your table is not perfectly level, your screen